Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Here we are, folks. We are back. We did the bonus first, and now we're here, and now we're queer. I gotta tell you, I feel good. I feel like I stretched, and now we're going into the karate fight. Whoa, that hurts my feelings.
Yes, so new thing. This is how we're going to blow up the Patreon. I was hanging out with the Are You Garbage boys. They make $900,000 a minute.
Toby.
And I found out how you do it.
Yeah.
We're doing the Patreon before. In the old days, we did a long episode. We'd be a little drained, a little tired. We'd fuck each other in the ass, come on Chuck's back.
Yes.
Now,
lick it up.
then we do the Patreon. Now we're doing Patreon first, and we just did a hot one.
Yeah,
This
baby.
was hot.
You're missing out if you're not on it. Get on there now.
And we just shot some stuff. Salacue shot some stuff with no sound.
That's
at the
how he does
stand.
it. That's his mark on it.
He shot us at the stand. You, me, Soder, Karen. Who else was there? Ronan.
Ian Lara, I
Ian
believe, was
Lara.
there.
I think we had
The
to
other
cut a lot of
guy.
him out because of his
Yeah.
behavior. But
He's black.
we had a lot of fun, and Salacue said no microphones. He sent it to Lex. Lex is like, I can't hear a fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it'll be interesting.
He used to do silent films. I don't know if you know that. He did Buster Keaton and Chaplin.
You know what we should do? This would be huge.
Sex, anal?
No, we should fucking dub it like an old Italian film.
What do we do? Or go Asian. Oh.
We take the film, we take the footage, and then you and I just do a thing, and we can do Karen's voice, we can do Soda's.
I like it.
Oh.
We could also kind of mystery science theater it, where we go like, look, you are ugly, I'm gay, what's he wearing? Oh, he's a fat piece of shit, whatever.
Now we got an idea. We're gonna save mass. We're gonna save Salacuse's huge, massive fuck up. Now I gotta say this because he's gonna be upset. I did ask him last minute, hey, you want to come by the stand? And he had already left the house without the microphone equipment. So don't everybody's message Salacuse and say you're a piece of shit.
Sure.
He was already out of the house, and he was kind enough to shoot us.
But by a law of Mike Salacuse, you know how to sync up. Our periods are synced. He's always like, you got to get your law, then send me the footage. So it's just an extra step. Like, you're the video guy. You love it.
Let's blow this Patreon up because I need money because I got some big news.
Woo-wee.
Are you ready?
I don't know if I am. Hold on. All right.
You're ready.
Hit me, fatty.
Well, I've been trying to move New Jersey, Maine, Washington, Florida, Germany,
Sag Harbor, Bruce
England.
Springsteen. Yeah, where are you going?
Everywhere.
Florida.
Well, finally, we landed an apartment. We went out. We got first apartment I look at. Open house. I go down there. Open house. Open pussy lips.
Sure, flaps.
Me, Sarah, the baby, my sister and niece were in town. I said, we got to go look at this place. You get a 5-minute appointment to look at a place.
Wow,
5
that's
minutes.
quick. It's like a
Yeah.
speed date.
We get down there, and we go in. I look at it for 3 minutes. I go, this looks nice. We put a bid in, going, all right, we won't get it, whatever. Who gives a shit? 3 days later, hello. You just won a brand new apartment, and it's a beauty. We can't afford it. It got a rooftop, a gym, a doorman, and we're right at the Statue of Liberty. We're inside the crown of the Statue of Liberty.
Whoa, libtard.
Yeah, we got a big twisty slide down to her toes and a little doggy door we slide out of.
What the hell do you think persuaded the guy? What pushed him over the edge? Because you got a nice Asian couple. You got to go Asian couple. They got a tax return ready. Beep, 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 beep. She can print that up right out of her ass. How did you do it?
I name dropped. I threw I told you on last week's episode. I said I know Shane Gillis, I know Kevin Hart, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Slappy White,
Bill
Cosmo
Cosby.
Kramer. Oh, yeah. Cosby and I are twins.
Yeah.
I threw everything. I know Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I said everything.
Hell yeah.
I cheated on my tax return. I mean, I did everything you can do.
Wow.
And we got in there, Jerry.
Hey.
And we just bid higher than everybody else is the real
You're
thing. I
not going to
think.
keep me out of Del Boca Vista We're moving in lock, stock.
Lock, stock, and barrel. So we're going, and by the time this comes out, we're a week away from moving, and I'm 12 minutes from you.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll be down there, and new place, new you, who knew me, who this. It's so crazy. You're leaving the city when I come into the city.
I know. It's fascinating how it all plays out. You know, they say you can't write this stuff. I don't know if we could have written that.
No, I think we probably could have.
Yeah, maybe you're right. They
Probably-
wrote Harry Potter.
We would have written something better.
This is pretty good, though. It's quite a twist. I mean, I'm watching this, not to change the anal here, but
Please
I'm watching the
change
show
it.
Outlast.
I don't know Outlast. I know Outcast.
Yeah, and there's Everlast.
Oh,
But
yeah.
This
He
is
stinks.
this is a show about like survival in the woods. Could you do it? They give you a flint and a calculator, and they go, "Good luck out there." And you're like, "Oh shit!" And everybody's caving, and it's too cold, and they get bitten by a mosquito.
Aren't there like 40 shows like that?
This one's better.
The cooking shows, the house shows, and the naked in the woods
Yes.
shows. Well, I've pitched 9 shows. I can't get a show on the air. We had Soup and Suds and the other
Oh
one.
yeah.
No one wants to bite. No one nibbles. And then meanwhile, someone goes, what about another show where 2 assholes are in the woods?
Well, that's the problem with the industry these days, and why it's crumbling and the internet is winning. Woo-wee! It's because they're just reproducing how many Hawkeyes and Marvel Man and Iron Dick. I mean, how many are we going to have? So they just, oh, this works, put it out. It's all business now, and it's one of these. But this one's different because you don't just have to survive. You have to make a team. And then your team goes, we hate Bill. Bill's got to go. So they kick Bill out, and if Bill can't find another person to take him in, he's out.
Interesting. So it's like Survivor.
So it's like Survivor. And the twists and turns in the show, you're like, oh, my God, this is like Shakespearean level, like deceptiveness and infighting and lying and what they do to get in and how they get into another team. They go, I've changed. I've fucked up. And they're so desperate and cold and hungry. So it really shows the full range of human emotion. It's fascinating.
Wow. Okay. See, I never trust these shows because I've been on reality shows and I know that they're like, let's get another take of that. Let's shoot
Right,
this again.
right.
Let's get this angle. So it's hard to trust that it's real. Does it feel real?
It feels completely real, and I can't even remember now why I brought it up.
Outlast.
Outlast.
You're changing the subject.
I'm out of the closet.
We were talking apartment and moving.
There was something
couldn't write this stuff.
Yes, yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. Wow, you got it back. You could write it because some of the twists and turns, you're like, oh my, it's so crazy. This is happening naturally because this is better than any TV show that's written.
Interesting.
All the stuff that's just happening on the show is so well thought out. It's like a great story arc, and then it has a callback, and you're like, it's all natural. It's just happening.
Stranger than fiction.
Aha. Good movie.
There
Will
was
Ferrell.
something else I was gonna say about
Sorry,
this.
I took a left
Survivor.
turn with survivalist shows.
No, but I was thinking about the survival TV.
I also wonder if we're so up our own ass with the phones and the screens and the 2 girls 1 cup that if we're like, we kind of crave this woods. It's like in our nature, like, oh, he's eating a squirrel with his hands. You know, it brings you back.
Yeah, I can't. Well, that's why I'm like moving down to this neighborhood because it's grass everywhere. It's grass and playgrounds and
That's
the river.
big. That's big.
Water, Jerry. I need water.
That's what the kids say. Touch grass,
Right.
which is ironic. It's coming from them because they're the most, phone obsessed queefs in the biz.
I can't wait. There's big parks and monuments and memorials and grass and water and I'm very trees.
Trees. I love trees.
Got to love the tree.
Yee,
Oh, I had
treehouse.
something along these lines that I wanted to say. I
I
can't
fucked
remember
you.
what it
I
was.
blew it. I've ate your ass out. I screwed the pooch.
No. Tommy Pooch, best agent in the sky.
I got what?
Wait, it almost came back.
Oh, here we go. Coming back. The
it was
apartment.
about
The Asian.
somebody.
Name drop. We're going to record there probably.
Yeah, but no, what was about survival shows?
Oh, survival show. They're out in the woods. They have to connect. They have to grovel. They have to make friends. There's infighting.
Naked and Afraid. Oh, Friends, Survivor. It was something like
Something with
that.
Survivor was on TV. Remember
Reality
that show? That was a
shows.
big show.
He gets kicked out if they don't like him. Something.
And there's no commercials, which is, I remember on Survivor, they're like, they'd go to commercial, and then it'd be like, just letting you know what happened 10 seconds ago. We're
Right.
back. We're Survivor. They would always have to do a recap after the commercial.
I'm so close to thinking of it. I can't do it.
Survivor.
Survivor. I'm looking at you like you're going to tell me. Water? You going? I'll take an ice water.
I'll take
with
a
lid.
water, a tap, no ice, no lid.
a
There
good
you
one.
go. Mark Burnett did Survivor. He did Survivor. He did Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and he did another. He would just steal shows from England and bring them over here, and now he's a zillionaire.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have a weird thing mentally. When I got to sneeze, I think.
Please.
Oh, God, I'm nervous. I went to 2 Pearl Jam shows with Canner. He's got COVID.
Oh.
So I'm like, we were yelling in each other's ears. We were hugging. We were kissing. The sneeze went away. That's fun.
COVID. Oh, maybe you don't have it. COVID, I have zero fear for now. If you're like, oh, I got COVID, where it used to be like, oh, you got COVID, what are you doing here? You're going to ruin everything. Oh, fuck, you're going to infest the whole town. And now I'm like, all right, maybe I'll get it.
Well, but it's still not fun.
Sure.
I had it a
sure.
year ago, and like I said, I went to the hospital with a newborn. I was in the maternity ward picking up babies and kissing them.
Right.
Nobody gave a shit. But it still sucks.
Yeah.
COVID is still a bummer. Like, people are like, it's a cold. It's just a cold. But I'm like, well, cold's not fun.
Cold sucks.
Yeah, I got the sniffles. My head hurt. Like, I have a pounding headache when I have COVID. I have a lingering cough. It's like, don't act like COVID's like a good time. Not you. No, I'm not saying you, but people do. They're like, who cares? It's a cold. But I'm like, yeah, it's a bummer.
It's a bummer.
It's like a 3-week cold.
Stubbing your toe is a bummer. I don't want to do any of it.
I stubbed my toe this morning.
Oh.
And this is why you got to trim your toenails every few days, months, whatever. I kicked it. My toenail cracked.
What?
It chipped off.
Jesus.
Chippendale, and then it's got like a half crack because I haven't cut it in a while.
I got to see that later.
Oh, I'll show it to you. It's purple and blue. It looks like the head of my cock.
How bad you hit it?
Well, it was middle of the night. The baby has a sleep regression, so I just went, boom, and you go, ah!
You
It's
kicked
like
the baby?
3 a.m., I wish. I just hit the door, and the door rattled like the
Whoa.
Yeah, cracked in half, and then I played with the crack off for a while.
Oh, that's fun.
Crack off. I think there was a Auschwitz was there.
Release the crack off, yeah. But it shit hurts so bad. You know when you have you stub your toe like that, you have a millisecond before the pain hits you.
Yes.
You go, this is gonna hurt, and then there it is.
Oh, there it is. Louder.
Oop, there it is.
It's like that with the baby. He'll smash his head off a window, and then he's like this.
Yes,
Like it's like a full second of
They
like,
do that.
and then you're like, maybe he's okay, and then nah, he's not.
It's like a news delay where they go, we're gonna go to Bob on the scene. Oh, hey, I'm out here. There's always a second.
Yes.
Why we haven't gotten past that? By the way, we have all that we could channel in and pipe into Mars on a Zoom, but we can't get over that 1 second delay.
I think now there's no delay. I haven't watched the news in a minute, but I don't think there's a delay.
I think I'm still seeing delays out there.
Maybe there's a delay.
Maybe it's a half a cunt hair shorter, but there's a delay.
Well, Chuck was delayed 48 minutes today, so
That's true. Maybe we'll cancel that flight.
the delay. I keep forgetting what I was
Delia.
gonna say. Boy, it's good to see. I was lonely out on the road there.
Yeah, that's a tough spot when you're on the and OKC. You're right in the middle of the earth, and you need a pal.
Well, Oklahoma City, and I know you got a lot because we teased Mexico, and then I heard a story about you that I'm dying to hear.
What?
So yeah, it's not good. It's
Really?
not pretty. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Should I be worried? Oh come on! What are you doing to me?
No, we talked about it earlier. The
Oh, we
poo.
Oh yeah.
I gotta hear about the poo.
Oh, that's not bad.
I gotta
at
get the poo scoop and Mexico scoops.
poop.
But
Pooper scooper.
some Mexicans scoop poo. They take the jobs that whatever we don't want.
Sure, yeah.
But anyways, Oklahoma City, real quick. I just got to blast through it.
Please.
Fun city. Never been there before my whole life.
Blasted my face. Really?
Yeah.
Major city.
Been to Oklahoma. Never been to OKC. Well, there was no club there for most of our existence.
What are you, Tulsa man?
I never did Tulsa either. I just did that one casino gig. That was down
Oh
there.
yeah. Well, that counts as Tulsa.
Yeah, it wasn't Tulsa though. It was Oklahoma something. It was like
I
on a
see, I
burial
see.
ground or whatever the fuck you call it.
Oh, we did a casino together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
What town was that? Thank you.
No, we did the casino together in Arizona or New Mexico, Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
We did Albuquerque together.
Take a left at Albuquerque.
That was fun. And my grandmother died, and my wallet's gone.
Newman died?
My grandma's gone. Anyways, Oklahoma City. Never been there. Cool city. I liked it. That brick town is nice.
Cool city. A lot of brick, a lot of red. I'm a fan.
There's a baseball park there, and I went to the OK State game. OK Babe State. Oklahoma State football game. What a blast. Went to double overtime.
Woo!
2 years in a row I've been to great college football games. Brought old Dayton Bissett down there. He's a young boy.
Did he give a shit?
Yeah, he's from Oklahoma, so he
Okay.
pretended to like it or
Okay.
whatever, I think. And
Yeah, that's what they do.
it does feel like he's my son. Like I'm walking around, and this is like, remember when we were kids, you'd be like, And in the 2000s, I'd be like, and I'll have a large coffee and a cupcake for my boyfriend. It'd be like, ha 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 ha. Now they're just like, oh, that's your boyfriend.
Yeah, good point.
I'm like that with Dayton. I'm like, and whatever my son wants. And they're like, oh, he's your son. That's cool.
Right.
'Cause I'm 42 and he's 11.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
He's a cute little kid. He looks like if Central Casting booked a little kid for a Make-A-Wish, like, oh, he's retarded, he needs a change. But he's cute, but women are into him.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a thing. He's a fetish. He's like a special needs boy, who shits himself.
Yeah, he's a Down syndrome twink
Yes.
from Oklahoma. He's like a hayseed with blonde hair. He's like a surfer hayseed.
He's a DST.
Yeah, and he's funny, too.
Yeah, he kills.
Hey, he wrote a book. I think my wife might want to bang him and show him the ropes. Something's up there. I can feel a vibe.
Well, he's like a babysitter porn. Like, oh, what are you doing with your tits out, ma'am?
I wonder if he fucks well.
No.
Can't imagine.
What are you kidding?
Well, by the way, he weighs about 111 pounds, this kid. Well, look him up. Dayton Bissett, or Bissett is how he say his name, but I'm just going to keep saying Bissett because Bissett's gay.
I don't like it.
Sounds like a cookie.
I don't want to say his name at all. But anyway, so what happens?
So we're out walking. We meet up. We're walking down the stairs. He sprains his ankle like 8 minutes in the first thing.
What is he, my grandpa?
That's what I said. He's never drank a glass of milk in his life. He weighs 80 pounds.
That'll
And
do
his
it.
foot is like blue. But I feel bad because, we're crafty old comedy vets. I've been on The
Sure.
Tonight Show and Letterman 48 years ago.
Never heard of him.
So he's like, holding my hand like, where are we going, Papa?
Right.
And I'm like, well, you got to get off that. Your foot is broken.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I can do it. So he just limped around for days.
Wow, poor guy. You should give him a red balloon. It would have floated him.
I bring him to the football game, and I'm like, hey, we're going to have to park a mile away. You should probably not come. And he's like, oh, no, I'm fine. Literally, his toes are curled up. They're pointing
Wow.
different directions, bright purple.
Well, I respect the trooper.
Oh, he trooped, baby.
Trooper scooper.
But football game was great and fun, and the shows were all killer except Late Show Saturday. We filmed it, and this is the drunkest, rowdiest, most retarded group of people I've ever been around.
They get after it.
And yeah, and I did volunteer work, so this was really bad, and I might release it on YouTube, like drunkest, dumbest
Really?
crowd.
Oh, I watch that. That'll blow up.
It was crazy. There was a Lebanese guy in the front. I thought he was like, I literally was like, are you Sacha Baron Cohen doing a character? He was like, Lebanon, I don't know what goes, hey, Lebanon, I'm from Lebanon. And then there's a blind guy just raising his hand and yelling out that he's blind.
I know that guy.
Really?
He goes to all the shows in OKC.
He's got a 12-foot stick. He has the longest stick in history.
What is he, black?
Everything he sees is black.
That's true.
And then another guy
That's
started
scary.
heckling him, and people were yelling out over there. It was a fucking shit fest. It was horrible.
Wow, yeah, they booze out there in OKC, and you forget about those old drunk crowds. I mean, that was the first 20 years of comedy.
Well, that was the thing is, because I'm selling some tickets now. It's exciting. Thanks for everyone that keeps coming out. And by the way, I've got some Starbucks and Chipotle gift cards. Thank you. My new
Yes.
apartment is a Chipotle at the bottom of the steps.
Ooh, that's lunch.
So I'm going to be all over that Chipotle. So thank you for all the people bringing nice gifts. It's very sweet.
All over that shuffleboard court.
We appreciate it. But I lost my train of thought again.
The
I'm on no
Lebanese
sleep.
guy, the blind guy with the long stick, the drunk crowd,
Drunks.
doing it for 20 years. You
So
got
I've been
tickets
selling
now.
some tickets. So now I go to Oklahoma City. Never been to this market ever. So the tickets are like low, nice, but low.
Sure.
So I haven't done shows like this in a long time where they're like, we have 80 for the first show, 110 for the second show, 105 for the next show, 70 for the next show. It's quite fun to do a show for 80 people, 70 people. You haven't done that in a while. It's really fun because it feels intimate and nice.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd rather have it be sold out and make
Sure,
the money, but you're
sure.
like, this is kind of fun.
It's kind of fun.
And all weekend, I was like, I haven't had this feeling in a while, but I also haven't had this feeling in a while. Late show, 30 fans and 50 drunk idiots going, who's this motherfucker?
Right,
And
right.
boy, it was monkeys throwing shit, as Jerry
Oh
said.
man, now, did you make a meal out of it? Did you shuck and jive, or did you snap?
I didn't snap, but I think I was furious. I just plowed through. I did.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't fun with it for a while, and after a while, you're like, "This sucks." And I feel bad because I didn't do a meet and greet, and a few people messaged me, and they're like, "I understand, but we were hoping to meet." And I feel bad, but you don't want to go out because there's so many fucking idiots.
You can't
out there.
face them because it's one thing to be on stage where you can go, "Look at this retard, shut the fuck up." But now in the face to face, you got to go, "Yeah, it's okay, I get it." And they're spitting on you, they're screaming at you. It's not worth it.
And you get the people that are like, "I was the guy that yelled out, you suck," and
Yes.
you're like, "Oh, nice, thank you."
Exactly.
But But overall, great weekend, great town. The football game was fucking awesome. So much fun. I put together a video. That'll be on YouTube.
Ooh.
Or probably it's already on YouTube.
What'd you play?
What?
You playing the game?
No, I just yelled, made fun of people.
Oh,
It's fun
okay,
to do.
great. Hell
But yeah, Dayton Bissett, check him out. He wrote a book. He sold $1,300 worth of books.
He cleans up on that book. It's like the Quran.
He made more than me, I'll tell you that. But yeah, great weekend. Now, take me down south of the border. I'm dying to hear about Mexico.
Well, you know one thing. Let me just say about OKC. That club, they got a great system where in the green room you flip the light and
Love
the waiter
that.
comes.
Yes.
Then you flip the light off. No bother.
Now, I noticed something else about
Brilliant.
that club. Now, I don't know when this happened. Maybe it happened because of you. I don't know what goes on there.
Shit.
The waitress won't enter the room. It's like Field of Dreams down there. It's
Field of Dreams.
like she won't step over the thing. Like you order food, and like this is the entrance. They're like this. Here's your nuggets, and you're like,
Really?
what? Yeah, I'm like, somebody must have fucking shot somebody or beat somebody up, or I don't know what the hell goes on there. It was very
Wow.
strange the whole weekend. Even a waiter, even the men, like they just lean around. They're like, here's your meal.
Wow, they must have got yelled at by Eddie Griffin or something like
yeah,
that.
I was
Don't
like,
get your ass out of here.
Exactly. I was like, what's going on here?
Interesting.
It was very strange. Nobody would enter the room. I'm like, did they have? Yeah, I was going to name a couple people too that are highfalutin, but I don't want to name names. But you're like,
Wow.
I don't know. It was very strange.
That's like a vampire. You got to invite him in.
Because I noticed the first night, and I was like, "What's going on here?" I'm gonna text Adam and be like, "What's going on down there with the wait staff?"
Interesting.
Maybe they hate us. Maybe they're afraid of us or
No,
something.
I think they got chewed out and something happened.
That's what I think. I think you're right. I think someone was like, "Get the fuck out of here," because I've had that before where people get too comfy. The sound guy that sits down and puts his feet up.
Yes, I've had that.
But these people were just throwing the food in there. But anyways,
Well, I don't
great
wanna,
weekend.
I don't want to say too much, but I did a weekend not too long ago at a club, and I got too chummy. Waitress sat down, hitting the vape, and then she goes, "How about a guest set?" And I was like, "Whoa, mama, how did we get here? What, do you want to be in my wedding too? Like, your guest set?" So, of course, I'm sitting 2 feet away from her. I'm like, okay. And everything in I go up to the manager after. I was like, "She any good?" He goes, "Amazing. She's amazing." And and then I go, "Is she really amazing? Or is this like your friend amazing?" And he goes, "Amazing." Not one laugh. Not one tee-hee, not a chuckle, nothing. To where the audience is like, you know, when the audience is so confused, like, who is this? What happened? What is that with the amazing? Don't give me amazing. Go, pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, okay, amazing. But is she as good as Richard Pryor? Then don't say amazing.
Right.
Hate
Yeah.
amazing.
No, I don't care for that at all. By the way, women, this is the advantage for women. A woman asks me something, I'm doing it.
I completely agree.
If ladies, if you want a guest spot, MC, feature, if you want to close the show, just
Totally.
go, "Hey, can I do it?"
Yeah.
Just twist the hair around with a little
Yep.
bow and a tit out and go, "Can I maybe rub your
Yeah.
feet?"
You want my paycheck? It's yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take it.
That's why I always say, if I was a woman, I would get fucked by every fat loser, dweeb, piece of shit podcast producer
Hear that,
in the
Chuck?
planet. Because I'd be like, okay, I can't say no. I would fuck every guy. Thank God I'm not a woman.
No, I would. Me too. I would love to fuck men, suck them off, have them come on my back. It's really something I'd like to do.
It seems so warm.
Yeah, just a hot load on my back or ass cheek would be nice, or the
Yeah.
back of my throat.
Hey. Now, I'm gonna blow through a lot of this because I've condensed it all down to just I've taken out all the nuts in the trail mix. We're going M&Ms.
Oh my M&M's, that's my go-to candy at the movie theater.
Hey, here we go. Good rapper.
Hey.
M&M.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah, white guy.
Folks, this week's episode is brought to you by Jack Black. Why are body care products marketed to women so nice while men are stuck with the most boring stuff? I've always wanted that myself. It is nonsense. I want the goods. I go to my friend Erica's house. She's got every kind of product. It looks so awesome and so delightful and so enjoyable. And I never feel right. The men's stuff is just kind of like, yeah, here's the leftover crap. Anyways, Jack Black is changing the game with high quality products that smell amazing. I need it. I need to smell better. Finally, there's a brand that makes every product I use in the same scent. Mixing and matching just makes you smell crazy. Jack Black gives you cleanser, lotion, and antiperspirant in matching fragrances you're going to be glad to smell like all day. Check out their scents in Black Reserve, Big Sur, Blue Midnight, and Jack Zen. I love Black Reserve. That's what I've been using. I've used Blue Midnight as well. They're both awesome. And I'm hoping they send us some more freebies, for God's sakes,
Hell
because
yeah.
I'm addicted to this stuff now.
Keep it
You
coming.
got to get on it. According to Circana, Jack Black is the #1 men's body care brand by total dollar sales. With stats like that, you've got to give it a try. If you want simple, effective products that do what they say they're going to do, you need Jack Black. Head to jackblack.com/Tuesdays and use code Tuesdays for 10% off your order and free shipping. Once again, that's getjackblack.com/Tuesdays for 10% off your order plus free shipping. Make sure you use our code Tuesdays so they know we sent you. Go do it. It'll be fun.
Bam. Hey, folks. Tuesday Stories brought to you by Huel. Okay, running late with no time for breakfast? Well, we've all been there. Luckily, there's a solution. Support for Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by Huel, the world's #1 complete nutrition brand. No prep, no cooking needed. Just grab a Huel and get on with your day. Huel shakes taste like a milkshake and come in both chocolate and vanilla. High protein, low sugar, and have 27 vitamins and minerals to take all the guesswork out of healthy eating. We're in New York. We're on the go. He's got a baby. I got one on the way. We got no time. I love this on-the-go stuff. I love a shake. I love getting it all in my ass in one gulp and then keeping it moving. So this is right up my anal. In addition to tasting great, Huel is also super affordable. Each meal comes down to just $2.50. Wow, $2.50. So you can feel full without breaking the bank. Take the leap and join the community of hooligans with 15% off with code Tuesdays at Huel.com. That's 15% off with the code Tuesdays at Huel, Huel.com, or click the link in our show notes. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters in your life. Get the Huel. All right, so basically the bottom line is me and the lady went to Mexico City for New Year's. It was like a fun little present. Hey, we're going to Mexico City. I fell in love with it. It's such a cool place, and I got a million Tuesday. Hey, it's all
Right.
pipes. And it's Mexicans saying it till they're like, Tuesday. Oh, it's all pipes. It's all pipes, so.
Martes.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I gotta call the agent. Book me a gig in Mexico City because I'm getting recognized all day long down here. And he goes, all right, we'll try it. You make no money. The gigs are weird, but fuck it. You get to go back to Mexico City. Cuidad. So I go, great. He goes, you're selling pretty well. Let's let's try some other markets. What about Guadalajara? I go, I like it. Let's go to Guadalajara.
Wow.
So we do some shows. We set it up. I fly into Guadalajara. By the way, Guadalajara, that's Mexico.
Rocky Guadalajara picture show.
Hey,
That was
I'll
a stretch.
take it. I'll take
Chuck,
it.
you liked it?
I'll take
Okay.
it. Okay, good luck with that title on the YouTube. That's about a mile long. But so we go to Guadalajara. Mexico City's got some honky gentrification, some palm trees. Guadalajara, this is like you land and you're in a cockfight. You're like, whoa, shit, there's a fucking bird pecking at me. I mean, it's where mariachi's from, tequila's from there. All the shit is from Guadalajara. It'd be like dropping a Mexican in Kentucky. And he's like, whoa, there's Trump flags and guns and hot dogs.
Right.
It's
Guadalajara.
Mexico.
Fun to say.
It is. A lot of A's in there and a couple of J's. So Guadalajara, I do a show there, and it was good. Good crowd.
Nice.
I had the guy opening. He's like the Mexican. He's the Mexican guy.
George Lopez?
Less than him, but he still lives there. Like, he barely speaks English. He's got long hair. He used to open for Louis.
Oh, no
And
kidding.
when Louis comes to Mexico, they're like, give him this guy. I wish I could think of his name. Funny dude. He's got long hair down to here and quiet, just sits there. And I go, you all right, man? He's like, I am a little nervous. I'm doing show in English. That's not my normal way, And I'm like, it'll be fine. Goes out there, kills, super like brilliant stuff. Where you're like,
Wow.
whoa, who's this guy? And he's doing it in English.
We got to plug his name in somewhere.
I
when you think of it.
know. I'll
Jose, Juan,
It was a Mexican
Pepe.
name. Cool dude. Shy as a son of a bitch. Couldn't get a word out of him, but sweet guy. But when he got a huge pop when he went out there. They were like, oh, shit, Jose Carlos Estevez Salma Hayek is here.
Esteban.
No. I think it was Carlos.
Roberto.
I think it might have been Carlos.
Carlos,
We
probably.
got Carlos as the first name. So put Carlos, long hair, big in Mexico, shy.
Jose and Jose. First time I heard that joke.
That's gold.
On the floor.
That's gold.
On the
That's good
floor. I
stuff.
was 7 years old. It was like the seas parted, the clouds stopped raining. My cousin said, they got Jose
yeah.
and Jose over there.
Love it.
Carlos Ballarda.
No, that's an American guy, isn't it?
Didn't hit me in the tits.
It's all Spanish. These podcast appearances.
Does he have long hair? I'm talking.
He does have long hair.
All right, we'll go with that.
And he has a
Carlos-
goatee and a mustache.
Yeah,
Carlos
yeah.
Viagra from
Yes.
the Cleveland Indians.
That's it. So he kills, I go up, and they're just like rootin' tootin', pistolas in there, yeehaw, killer crowd. Leave there, fly out. By the way, Guadalajara Airport is like, it's like a fucking Greyhound station. It's crazy.
I'm picturing they start the plane by grabbing the propeller and spinning it
They
like
flip
this is
it.
right.
Yeah, and you get on the plane, you're like, what am I? And yeah, that's him.
Wow.
Yeah, funny guy, cool guy, really a killer comic.
He
Really
looks like the
Carlos
bass player
Ballarda.
from Metallica.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
he
see
does.
that. Yeah, cool dude. So we talked comedy a little bit, and I got on the plane to go from Guadalajara to Mexico City, like an hour flight. I had next to me was a mariachi, and the other side was a cage of chickens. I was like, all right, great. So fly to Mexico City. Now we're in the big time. It's basically like going from Cleveland to New York. you
Right.
know? So now we're in the big time. 2 shows. Got just two sold out shows. Hot crowd. Great town. I get off stage, and you're a little lonely because I've had a couple days in Mexico.
I'm always lonely.
Yeah, and it's another culture, it's another land, it's another country. So I'm walking out. I had a couple of pops at the show. Walking out, and this guy runs up to me, and he goes, "Hey, white guy." And you're kind of like, "Oh, gringo. Hey, we speak the same language. This is nice." And he's like, "I was at the show. I own a bar. Why don't you come have a drink with me?" And I'm like, "Great. I got nothing to do. Go hang out with this guy." We're sitting at his bar right on the strip in Mexico City. And I go, "What the hell? How do you have this?" And he goes, he's like 25. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm from Berkeley. California sucks. I moved here during COVID. I didn't speak the language. I opened a bar, and now I live here, and I'm never going back."
Wow. I'm
Isn't
always
that
inspired by
wild?
these guys.
Me too.
I want to be one of these dropout people.
Yes.
I'm in Oahu and I go, I braid hair and I make huts out of cum and I just live on the beach.
I know people who've never left New Orleans who I grew up with. They've never gotten on a flight. This guy is like, I'm going to another country and I'll start a fucking business without knowing the language.
I'm the only one in my family with a passport, let
Exactly.
alone move to Mexico and do a business.
I was like, if I was a gay woman, I would blow you all night. I mean, this is so impressive what you've done. He's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. You know, he's got employees. He's like, Rodrigo, and he's like, oh, well, yes, boss. You know, he's got like employees doing work for it. It's crazy.
God, I want employees. I guess I have them, but I act like I'm their employee.
Right.
I got a
right.
manager, an agent, and a Chuck, and I'm like, is this okay? Would you mind if we did it a
Same.
little earlier? I'm
Same.
sorry. Well,
Well, why do you think we pay him so much? We're scared.
it's terrifying.
Yeah.
My
So,
manager, I'm like, maybe I could do a comedy special if you don't mind, sir.
yes,
Can I send you 10% of all my money?
exactly. Take 11.
Yeah.
9/11. So
Great day.
That was cool. And then I had a flight the next day, so he was like, let's get like real fucked up. And I was like, I gotta go. And then I got 900 texts from him or emails like, I got some blow. You're missing out. We're at the club. And it was just like, I'm eating her out. I'm in her ass. I'm fucking her dad. You know, and it's like, I'm like, all right, I'm glad I didn't go out with the guy. 'cause
Right.
That would have been a whole thing. But we just had a great time. And boy, what a special place Mexico City is. It feels like America if you took a lot of the rules away. And that hurts you because now you have no housing regulations, so you can not have plumbing. but you're also just like free. I was like, I gotta have a beer out here. He's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. It's Mexico City. Get a beer out there.
Well, it sounds like a red state city. Like
I
that's how it
guess.
feels. Like Texas, Florida. These places you can just smoke indoors and it's nice.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're like, I'm a little nervous. Everyone's got a gun. You can just
Yes.
shoot me. But also, I can smoke indoors and say retard.
Yeah, that part is nice. The retard stuff. Like I had a lady helping me. She was like the tour manager lady they hooked me up with, and she was super cool. She had armpit hair, and she was like triple binary or triple bypass, whatever it is. And I was like, what's her name? She was like, oh, it's they. And I was like, oh, sorry. But she wasn't cunty about it. She was like, oh, it's they. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Don't cancel it. She was like, no, I don't care. How would you know? And I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I was like, this guy's retarded. Ooh, and she was like, no, he is retardo. And I'm like, okay, this is great. It's like, it's just less of that weird Orwellian, whatever you want to call that
Right.
overlord, hey, don't say that. Hey, there's rules
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
They don't have any of that. Like on stage, there was never like, should I say this? It was just like, fuck it. And Mexicans are so great with comedy because they love hard jokes and they love being shit on.
Right.
I would walk out there and I go, this place is great. You know, it's weird, but there's a lot of dilapidated buildings. You know what you could use is some fucking Mexicans. They're throwing ponchos at me and chiclets and shit. It was great. So I mean, 8 Home Depot jokes are like, which I didn't even know if they would get because that's an American thing, but they got everything.
Casa Depot.
That's the one. And so that was Mexico. So I flew home, and it was a treat. Then I fly back on a Sunday. You land at like 8 at night. You know, it's a whole different world over there. It's mountain time over there. It's all Mexico City's high up.
Yeah.
It's
they're below
clean,
us.
great air. So you get back, and then Sal Vulcano, I get a text. We're out in Montauk. We got a house. We're on the beach. We got a great crew. We'd love to have you and the wife. And your first thought is, that sounds nice, but that's a thing.
Right.
You got to do a thing. I just got back from another country. I'm drunk. I'm hungover. I have dysentery from Mexican food.
I had the same thought. I'm like, what's the bed look like? You want to be like, that's why it's nice to have an agent. You want to have an agent for social
True.
hangs.
Oh,
You want Sal to reach out, and my agent goes, Sal wants you to stay at his house.
This is big.
Here's what your bed looks like.
This is big.
Here's what the stairwell looks like. Here's the temperature of the water. Here's who's going to be here, because it's rude to ask who's going to be there.
Of course.
Then I'm like, I don't know what's going on there. And then it turns out it's fucking you and Katie and Vecchione and May and the other guy and Ari. And I'm
Ari,
like,
his
well, I thought it was
lady.
just going to be me and Sal playing chess.
This is one of your big ones right here, Fatty.
Well, I was busy. It wasn't like I said no. I had my sister was in
this
town.
idea.
Oh,
This
that
idea is money in the bank.
Oh, I thought you were like, you fucked up. But I'm like, I was in Oklahoma City. I had family. But
No,
I'm
no.
sad to have missed it.
Yeah, and I get back, you know, you rode hard, put away wet, and you drop your suitcase and you brush that Mexico off you. You know, I had to climb a wall. And she was like, what? That sounds, let's go. And I'm like, what are you kidding? She's like, well, I had to miss Mexico because I'm pregnant. I want to do it. And I was like, all right, fine, we'll do it.
All right.
So then we wake up the next day, we do a pod and go straight to Montauk.
Yeah, how was it? Tell me about it. Take me through.
Well, here's the thing. I've done these Martha's Vineyard things with her family, and I've done stuff with my family, and you go with certain friends who aren't comics, and it's never exactly relaxing. You
Right.
know, you're out there with people you don't really know. You're kind of on. You don't want to say the N-word around certain people, so you're kind of like, all right, you don't want to get too drunk. You don't want to do drugs, whatever it is. You go to this thing, you pull up, Ari throws you a mushroom cap, Katie Hannigan starts, eating your ass, and you're like, this is great. This is more my speed.
Right.
And you're shitting on comics together. You're talking about comedy clubs, what specials you like, jokes you're working on. So it's your people.
And as we get older, you see each other less.
That's true.
Now, even when I look at the stand lineup, I'm like, all right, I got Soder, I got Fian, I got Mark. This is going to be great. And then
Right.
everyone's running to other spots.
True that.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
So we get there, and it's just goddamn glorious. There's not a cloud in the sky. Every day was pitch perfect. And I show up, and here's the thing. They've been there 3 days. I'm showing up on the third day, which is a little awkward.
It is because they've established. They know the shower routine. They know where they're staying. They have the inside jokes.
Yes, there's an ecosystem, and now I'm infiltrating.
Right.
So that part was where you just walk up. They're all in the pool. They're like laid out. It's 3 p.m. Ari's got a beer. They're playing beer pong. One guy's cutting up a watermelon. They're living the dream, and you kind of have to. You got to slide back in and just make it work and then just go, oh, we'll get in the pool. So you show up and it was fine. And then you cook dinner together every night. You smoke weed. You're drinking. You have the big communal dinner with no phones. And we're all just howling, laughing, telling stories over the big
that's the
lasagna.
best.
Pass the salad. Oh, man. Then we watched Dumb and Dumber. We made a fire. She touched my leg. Great
okay,
time.
kill him.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that big dinner at the bachelor party. That was the most. Careful.
I forgot about that.
Oh, that was awesome. DeRosa was on fire.
Legendary.
That was fun.
That was fun. And Bert was asleep. Everything was working out. So, yeah, that was a great time. Those dinners were really the highlight. And then Ari's a pyromaniac Jew. I mean, he just loves ashes. No, he loves going out there, and he's got the logs, and he's got the big tongs, and he's moving them, and he's like, got to make a
TP.
A TP or whatever, Charmin. And it was just so good. We did s'mores, Jerry.
Oh, you want some more?
It is interesting, too, and this is going to get a little dicey, but
Oh, boy.
there was 4 men and 4 women, and the weird natural progression of the split it's very primal.
Right.
They tend to go right to that kitchen, and the guys are like building a fire or fixing something, and it's just fascinating how that happens.
I know it happens, then, especially when you have a kid. You're like, all right, I'm off to work. And they're like, all right, I'm going to change the diaper. And you're like, okay, I'll be back.
Yes.
And it's funny how that goes.
Kind of interesting, and we fight it tooth and nail, but it is what it is.
Right.
Reality kicks in, which is why I like my wife, because we were all in the pool, like, dicking around, and she's like, should I be nesting? Should I be chopping a vegetable? Because they're all in there, and she's
Right.
out with us. I was like, you're one of us. You got to.
She's a comic. That's the difference.
I get it. So is Hannigan.
Oh, Hannigan was inside.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's a
interesting.
comic. So, yeah, just interesting. But now here's the clinker.
Clink it up.
Great. Everything's going great. You got your coffee brewing. Now, I have been doing copious amounts of drugs, a lot of alcohol, and I'm coming off of a Mexico City trip.
Right.
Which is street tacos, quinceañera, whatever it is. And I'm a rumbling. So the shit situation, talk to your agent, the social agent, about this.
Right.
Because the shit situation is a whopper. So I go, boy, I've been hitting pretty hard lately. We had a big lasagna dinner.
Percolating.
Thank you. I got a turtle head. I got a cigar cut ready to go. So I'm like, all right, everybody's outside. The ladies are gardening. Ari's finger painting. I'm going to really make a meal out of this dump. So I get in there, and there's like 2 main bathrooms, and then the little guy who's a half bath.
A half bath,
They
yes.
call it half a tard.
Half bath.
And I go, woo! Close the door, get the phone out, really just. Speaking of Dumb and Dumber, I had a full-on pour. And you wipe your ass, you look at it, you go, Jesus Christ, that's horrifying. You hit the flush, clog. All right, we got a clog. I've been here before. I'm
No
a
big
pro.
deal. I wear clogs.
Yes. So I go, all right, we got a clog. I've done this before. Let me flush it again. Okay, still clogged. You know what? I'm a pro. I go out. You waddle because, you got shit in your pants.
Sure.
You waddle. I go to the closet. Plunger. Damn, I'm good. Get the plunger. Waddle back in. Check it. They're still outside playing cards. Nothing. Now the plunger's covered in shit. The walls are covered in shit because I've been splashing everywhere. I'm like, well, let me try to flush again. Now
boy.
it's
Flush
doing,
again's no good.
it's up to here, and it's right at the rim job. It's the meniscus, and you got those turds
Oh,
just
God.
circling the bowl like sharks in the Atlantic. And you're like, God damn, that water is pitch black. There's corn and nuts and all kinds of shit. There's paper. And you go, well, this is not good. So now I wait for it to go down. I'm in the bathroom. You know, when you're in the bathroom, there's a shot clock
100%.
because you don't want people knowing you're shitting.
Right, exactly.
So, and I'm the new guy. I'm the new guy at the house. Everything's been going great. Then I show up and I fuck it all up or whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. You're doing a lot of praying to God, a lot of soul searching. It goes down. I plunge again. Nothing. And I'm plunging and it's making these crazy noises and like gurgling. And I'm like, I've never seen this. So now we're in the red. So I take the lid off. Whenever you got to take the lid off the back of that puppy, you are in trouble.
It's scary. And there's only two things you can pull on.
Yes!
There's like the chain and the other thing. You just kind of
Yes!
open things and move things.
So I heard in a movie once in the 40s that you got to dump a bunch of water in there. So now I waddle my fat ass up to the kitchen, get a big old bucket or a pot. I go all the way back down. I'm in the sink. I'm pouring water in the big tank. Nothing. But the gurgles, the sound, I've never heard these gurgles from the bowels of hell. I don't know what's going on. So now I go, well, let me see what else is going on out there. I go to the other bathroom. The water, pitch black.
Interesting.
Like, wait. So why is this toilet pitch black? Did someone else shit in here and then run away? That's kind of fucked up. At least I'm trying to handle it.
Right.
So then I go, oh, that's weird. So let me go back to my toilet, see if it's gone down. It's gone down a little. Keep plunging, keep pouring water in. Let me check the other toilet. Now I go back to the other bathroom. The tub full of shit water.
The tub.
The tub is full of shit water.
Oh my god.
It looks like a horror movie, like the Exorcist or The Ring or something. It feels like the lady's gonna come out of there and go, I'm the shit bitch or whatever. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I'm like an hour and 10 minutes into this.
I'd call the cops if I were you.
People are texting me, you okay? Where are you? What's going on? We put out a missing persons. So I go, what the fuck? So I wipe my ass again. I throw the paper right on top of that landfill, and I go outside, and I go, guys, I got to come clean. Not only did I clog the toilet, I've been plunging for an hour and a half. The other toilet is now black, and the tub is full of Katrina shit water from Hades. And they're like, wait, what? What's going on? And Sal Vulcano is such a sweet guy, and his wife is very nice, but she's like a neat freak.
Oh,
so
boy.
she's like,
Well, he's got OCD too.
oh, he does?
I think he talked about it on our podcast years
okay.
ago. 10 years ago.
Every meal we'd have, she'd immediately start cleaning. If somebody spilled something, she was on her knees just getting down there.
Right.
So she was like, whoa, wait, what? What's going on? And I'm like, I clogged the first toilet, and I think somebody shit up the other one, but now the tub is full of shit. And she was like, what? She was like malfunctioning.
And what kind of house is this? Is this like a trailer? What's
No,
going on
it's a
here?
beautiful 2-3-story home with a crow's nest and a deck and a pool and a backyard and then a front lawn and everything.
God, what kind of plumbing is this?
So I go, this is bad. So she's like, I got to go see it. I was like, don't look. I can't. I'm so embarrassed. I mean, it's your own feces,
There's
Jerry.
nothing worse. But
There's
it's probably
nothing worse.
everybody's feces.
Interesting.
If both toilets are full in the tub, it's got to be everybody's shit for the last 6 months.
Yeah, I guess so. So she goes in and she's like, I hate to tell you, it's now not stopping and coming out of the bowl and on the floor.
Oh,
the whole
God,
floor
this
is
is
ruined.
painful.
There's 3 inches of water in the bathroom. It's all shit everywhere. The other bathroom's overflowed. There's like one of those little toilet rugs. The rug is covered in shit. The whole thing's ruined. You blew everything. We shouldn't have had you over. You should quit comedy. Your mom doesn't love you. I mean, this is every fear you ever had.
Oh, my God.
So Mike Vecchione is such a military psycho trooper. He goes, I'm going in.
Oh, yeah, that's who you want there.
He starts cleaning it.
What do you mean clean? Like with a mop?
He goes in with a mop, a scuba suit, and a shop vac, and he's cleaning the bathroom.
Wow.
So I'm like, you got to call somebody, I think. So we all talk. It's all a bummer. They call the lady who owns the house. It's a beach house that you can rent, and she goes, septic tank. Sounds like the septic tank is full, and you plunged it all out into the plumbing.
Oh.
So I was plunging and just sucking it all out of the septic tank, and all the toilets and tubs filled up because it's all pipes, Jerry.
Right. So what is a septic tank exactly? So it's a tank thing? Because some people don't have tanks, other people do.
Well, you're on the beach, so there might not be a plumbing all the way to the
Right.
city. So a septic tank is a giant tank that holds shit.
So you're supposed to go and empty it? Because like my uncle has a house. It's like a little shack in Maine.
Yeah.
And you have to personally, physically empty it. It's like a thing. You got to put gloves on and everyone.
Yes.
Put your gloves on, both of you, and then you got to go dump it. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yes, but they forgot. They overlooked it. So now we've had multiple families with multiple children and multiple races shitting in this thing, and the septic tank is full to the brim.
Well, Aunt Ari takes those big bloody shits. Was there blood in there?
It was everything in there. There was blood, semen, there was blood, sweat, and tears. Good band. And it was, I mean, I should have taken a photo of this toilet. It was blacker than my dad's heart. It was insane.
God damn.
So the guys come, like these two Hispanic guys, and they're like, never seen anything like this before, partner. You know, like they were there. I've been doing septic tanks for 45 years. I've never seen anything like this. Who shit this up? And they're all pointing at me. Look, I've had a toilet overflow at a party. That's a nightmare. This was like, you filled the tank, man.
Right.
You're a problem. You're a menace. You ruined Montauk. I found a way to ruin Montauk.
That's impressive. You gave him something to talk about.
Yeah.
But
shit
so how
talk.
did it remedy?
Well, so they cleared the tank and then it flushed, but the floors are ruined. You know, it was like Katrina, where I went up to the wall, I put a big X, and the dog died, and everything. Grandma's on the roof, and I had to get. And Fran, the Sal's wife, to her credit, she was like, "You got to clean this," and I got down on my hands and knees and started scrubbing.
Wow.
I'm throwing shit chunks out the door, you know, just getting in there, getting dirty. She goes, "Here's a bucket of bleach." I poured bleach everywhere. It was like a crime scene.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, buddy. That's...
And the smell. I can't even describe the scent, because they open that tank up and they're like, God, it's like the Ark. The faces start melting, you know? And, it was a sad, quiet ride home.
Oh, man. You're like Costanza after the lobster and the thing in the Hamptons.
Yes. She's got
Tomatoes.
a great body, buddy.
Yeah.
I soured the whole trip.
That is a sour volcano. That is a fucking complete nightmare. That's everyone's nightmare. To
Everyone's
be the
nightmare.
last arriving guest that blows up the toilet. But you got to know it's everybody participated. It's like a big football game where the kicker misses the field goal and he's the GOAT and everybody hates him and it's like he's sitting on the bus going, but what about the guy that had the holding penalty in the second quarter?
Ooh.
What about the guy that threw the interception in the first quarter?
Interesting.
Which never should even have been there. If it comes down to a field goal, somebody didn't do their job anyways.
Interesting.
So Ari was taking bloody shits.
Yep.
And it literally uses a fucking tampon in his asshole. So he's got that in there. There's probably 40 women with tampons in there. Everybody's throwing cloths in there. People probably throw paper towels. It's a rental. So people are just doing all the shit.
Yes.
So you're just the last guy. You're the kicker.
I'm the kicker.
And you're the guy that took the biggest risk, the biggest chance. Nobody respects him. Nobody likes him. Nobody wanted him there. And all he could do is just be the guy that misses the field goal.
Shit kicker.
Yeah, exactly.
me.
Hey, that was good.
Thank you. Yeah, it was, it sucks to be the odd man out of the duck, goose. I was the goose. And, you know,
Poops.
it's like in 9-ball. You know 9-ball? You ever play a little pool?
familiar, yeah.
You know, 9-ball, you make 8 balls in. The other guy makes the 9th, he wins.
Right, exactly.
It's the opposite of that. I made the 9th ball and I lost.
Exactly. So you got fucked. It's
I
not
got
your
fucked.
fault. And I think people know. By the way, Katie Hannigan told me the story, and she was like, Mark was he was quite composed. I was impressed.
What?
Said that. Yeah.
Oh,
I couldn't believe it. I was like, you gotta be crazy. You gotta be kidding me.
I went into the cornfields and I went, ah! Like I had one of those moments. You see the new The Quiet Place?
No, I haven't seen it. I heard it's great. Everyone said it's great.
It's pretty good, but there's one scene where I don't want to ruin anything, but you got to be quiet the whole movie because you're gonna die. But there's one scene where thunder happens and a guy just goes, ah, because he's just so fucking frustrated with how he has to live,
so
and
he has
do
the
it.
moment.
You can do it with the thunder, and that's how I felt.
Oh, that's fun.
It's a really clever movie. There's a lot of stuff where you're like, ooh, how'd they think of that?
Oh, nice.
All right, but
Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder. That's their
Ah,
basketball team.
That's the name of my shit. It was
Man.
thunderous.
That's a rough one. God bless you for getting through it. And now, what day of the vacation was this?
Last goddamn day.
Well, that's better than the first day.
True.
I mean, first, and then you got to go, hey, guys, remember, sorry.
And in a weird way, it brought us closer because Ari's on the phone the whole fucking trip, unless he's making a fire. Women are cooking. Vecchione's doing push-ups. Sal Vulcano's playing with his kid. I'm swimming, drinking. So then you're kind of doing your own thing because it's a vacation. And then the shit was like, we're all out there in a huddle, like, what are we going to do here? I mean, this is bad. Like, we can't shit. She's pregnant. He's gay. We got to figure something out. And it kind of brought us together in a weird way.
Wow, that's nice. Well, that trauma brings you together, and
Yeah.
it's the best thing that can ever happen. In the middle of it, it's a nightmare, but then you're like, hey, podcast.
I guess so.
Hannigan was
yeah.
telling me, and I was like, this is the best news I've had all day.
Oh, wow.
Because this will be a classic.
Yeah, but boy, when you see your own dookie just on the floor, it's a real bitch.
No, and in mixed company, it's because it's one of those things. Shitting and masturbating and swallowing jizz are those things that we all do every day, but you don't want anybody to know. You don't want
true.
to sit like everyone knows we're all shitting. This happened in
Yes.
Sarah's old apartment. For some reason, I don't know the story or how it worked, but some of your shit would float back up. So sometimes,
wow.
I would go. And, I'm dating and we're hotter than a pistol in love. And then you go to take a piss and, your wife's, little Cocoa Puff lady shit is just floating on the top.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, God, I know my wife shits, but I don't want to fucking see
You
her
don't wanna see it.
dukes.
Yeah, well, this is what's cool about it. Katie Hannigan is she's a comic, so she came back after the whole thing was finished and clean, and she went, I took a poop. I was so scared when it went down.
Oh, yeah, she told me the same thing.
Yeah, you're like, okay, great. You told us your shit, which is funny for a woman.
Yes.
And B, it went down. We all did a rain dance.
Well, yesterday, because she podcasted the house, Lady Journey. Check out Sarah's new special, by the way, Butthole Money.
Oh, really funny. I watched a bunch of it. There's some great jokes in there.
People are raving. Rave,
great,
Jerry.
great. I was laughing. I live with mental illness. His name is Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great joke.
Pretty good. So I'm upstairs, I called because I let Katie in the house to go podcast, and she's yelling up the stairs going, I had to poo. It was crazy. The toilet was clogged. And, Ronan's like, who? The ladies poo. And I said,
Right,
shut up, Jew.
right. Yeah.
All rhymed. Well, good for you. And
Bad for Montauk.
yeah, well, Montauk overrated if you ask me.
Really?
Well, it's very expensive. It's very far. And
I paid for dinner one night. That was a mistake.
yeah, it's way out there. And
Yeah, way out there. But although we got there in a 2.5 hour.
yeah, that's long. But Montauk's awesome. But it's very expensive and pricey.
It's a little sceney.
It's a scene, exactly.
But
yeah.
in that house, though, the weather and the beach was great, and it's kind of free out there. People leave you alone.
Right. Yeah. Boy, I wish I could have gone.
We
Bums me out.
would have loved to have you. It was a really great thing where you leave and you're like, whew, I needed that. That was
Yeah,
nice.
that's nice. I love the ocean. I love the cigars and the whole thing, the beach. But
Ari put it well. I was like, what are we doing tomorrow? He's like, nothing. That's the
nice.
beauty of it. You're like, oh yeah, I'm sleeping till 10. You wake up. I had a beer at 1 p.m. in the sun. It's just you got nothing to do.
well, I love when everyone's in the house together. I love meals together, and that's what I'm trying to create downtown in the new place. You got to come over, and I want to have a little family down there.
Yeah, it's really nice. And you forget we should be doing things like this. Time is just flying by, and we're all gonna like the bachelor party. I was looking at my phone. You get those weird alerts.
Yeah.
This was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. I mean, that's just boom, gone.
Yeah. Was it 2 years ago? I thought it was 3 years ago. No, 2 years
It
ago.
was 2022.
Yeah, August of 2022, I guess.
Yeah. So
Wow.
that dinner I forgot about till you just said it.
That was special. That's why photos are good. It's not just take photos, but to go back through them and look at them.
You got to look, but no one looks. They just take them and post them.
Oh, I look. This episode is also brought to you by Blue Chew. When you're trying to have sex, you don't want to be worrying about whether or not your dick's going to work. Make sure you're always winning in the bedroom with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is an online service that sends ED meds right to your door so you don't even have to leave the house. The tablets have the exact same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but cost way less. This stuff works like a miracle. I mean, it is beautiful. You talk about it all the time. Everyone I know is taking it. This is the official sponsor of so many podcasts, and it is for a reason. It works. It's cheap. It's discreet. We all love it. Everyone I know is using the Blue Chew. Chuck needs it.
Yes.
Just sign up on bluechew.com, and they'll have you meet with one of their licensed medical providers. From there, if you're approved, you'll get your prescription in just a few days. Blue Chew wants you to have the confidence to perform at your best, so discover your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for Tuesdays with I screwed that one up. We've got a special deal for Tuesdays with Stories listeners.
Yeah, baby.
I'm an idiot. It's because I'm so hard I don't know how to read. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Tuesdays at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code Tuesdays to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And thanks, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the show.
Sing it, sister.
Oh, I'm singing, baby.
All right, I've been hogging, so you go.
No, that's all right. I got just one little gay thing, and then we got to get out of here. I got to go do the goddamn regs and running around, joking around. But so last week I went to Pearl Jam show number 55 and 56, I think, over at MSG.
Oh, really?
In Cantor. It was fun, and a bunch of comics were there. Josh Adam Myers, Jay Okerson, Lewinsky from The Bonfire,
Monica?
Matt Wayne, Mike Toohey. I wish Monica Lewinsky was there. Man, she got a bad rap.
I was always attracted to her.
How crazy that she fucking blew the president of the United States, had a cigar in her pussy, cum on her dress.
Unbelievable. So hot. I mean, the whole thing's super sexy to me.
Just a young, chubby bitch blowing the president.
And then did you see that that meme that came out where Hillary Clinton was like, "I'm not talking to you. Obviously, you're in the doghouse. But if you bomb Serbia, I'll come back." And he was like, "Done."
What?
Yeah, so he bombed Serbia just to get out of the doghouse with his fucking coos wife.
Wow, that's a hell of a tale.
Yeah, give it a go.
But anyway, I like Jerry had a great joke about that with the because he's doing crowd work after the end of the special.
Uh-huh.
He has people asking questions, and they go, "Do some Lewinsky jokes," and he's like, "All I can say about that is, I understand having an affair, but class it up a little." He's like, "You got cum on the dress."
Oh, I don't remember that. Where's this? Send me that. I've never seen that.
That's at the end of I'm telling you for the last time.
That must be the DVD version.
No, it's at the end. They go, he does the Q&A.
I don't remember that. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Someone goes, Lewinsky Joe. That's when he goes, when are you doing TV again? He's like, well, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's like, I don't know if that's not soon enough. I don't know what to tell you.
That's funny.
And someone goes, Monica Lewinsky jokes. He goes, you're not getting enough Monica Lewinsky jokes
I
all
do
day,
remember
every
that.
night, late night. And he's like, the only thing I'll say about that is have a little class. He's like, the dress. He's like, class it up. He's like, whatever happened to lipstick on the collar? Lipstick on the collar was Chappelle. That was Chappelle. But he did the have some class.
I disagree. I think the hot part is there's no class.
Right.
That's sexy.
Oh, God, that is hot. I was too young to know what was going on. Now you look back, it came on her dress,
I love it.
smoked a cigar that had bitten her twat. Woo! That's good stuff.
I mean,
right?
that one is a little. I'm like, well, now you ruined it.
I mean, that's.
Can you light it after that? It's all wet.
Yeah. Well, you stick the mouth end in the pussy.
Ah.
You don't put the lighting end. You taste the pussy.
Was it lit when it went in? I don't know. To me, I'd like to see her puff it. Maybe that's fun. Puff the
No,
smoke.
you do a little lap around and then you put it in the mouth and light it up.
Yeah, that doesn't do it for me.
Oh, it does it for me, baby.
All right.
But anyway,
We'll
so
try it later.
go to Pearl Jam, and you know me, I can't now. I've been to 75 shows. I'm 58 years old. And my father's gay, so I can't. I looked to get tickets. The tickets are like $800 a piece. This is a tough ticket. I mean, it's StubHub.
God, these rapists.
I know, it's crazy. So I email the agent and go, hey, listen, I was looking at a ticket. I was going to buy a ticket, but they're $1,000. Anything you can do. So he emails the ticket agent, whatever, and goes, yeah, we got a couple tickets. The band just released their friends and family tickets. So I ended up getting a badass seat. Bring Canada there.
Free tick?
No, I had to pay for it.
Okay, sorry.
But a bummer, but still a great seat. I think if I do it earlier, I could have got a free ticket, but whatever.
Sure.
Anyways, go to the show, killer show. This is night one. It's Cantor's on the aisle. I'm next to him, and then some bro comes by himself. He's drunk. He sits next to me, and you're always concerts are such vibe. Who's going to be next
Yeah,
year? You know, you
it's
don't want a
sad, but
fat
true.
asshole. You don't want someone talking. You just want it to be, you pray that it's going to be a good section.
Ain't that the truth?
Guy sits next to me. He's fine. He's drinking a lot, so he pisses like 8 times, which is annoying. And he's one of these guys that does this. And I feel like you're on my team with this. He doesn't say tap you on the shoulder, so pardon me, I'm so sorry. He like grabs you by the side, like here.
What?
Yeah, he's like grabs me like this. He's like moves me like that. I'm like, why are you touching like the small of my back?
Ugh.
Give me a shoulder tap or just like a hey, pardon me, sorry.
That's a off limit. That's a no fly zone.
Yeah.
All that area.
He's like doing that, and he would like do one hand on the shoulder, one on the hip, like this, and you're like, what are you doing?
Wow. Oh, I am not a fan of that.
Terrible.
What are we in a steam room?
So then he goes, and we watch the whole first set, and they play not as long as they used to, but very long show. And now it's like when you're a kid, you go to a show and they leave after the first set, and you stay standing. You're like, come on, babe. Now, as soon as they're done, I sit down. I got to conserve energy. My legs hurt. My feet hurt. I got warts and herpes. So I sit down, and the guy goes, is this the encore? And I go, what's that? I'm talking to Canner over here. I go, what is it? He goes, encore. This is the encore? And I was like, well, that was the first set. And he's like, so this is the encore. And I was like, well, this is the encore break right now, and then they'll come out and play more songs. He's like, so is this the encore?
Huh.
And I go, well, this is the encore break. Like they just finished the first set, and then they're going to play like probably like 10 more songs after that. So
Yeah.
sort of, yeah. And he's like, is this the encore?
Jesus.
And I go, well, that's the end of the first set, and then they play another set, and then they'll play a song at the end. That'll be like an encore. And he's like, I don't know what the problem is here. This is the
Whoa.
encore?
Holy moly.
This is the encore or not?
Is he holding your side during the whole thing?
No, but I was like, what is going on? It was like Abbott and Costello. I'm like, well, this is the break, and then they'll come back out. And he goes, well, what is that? And I'm like, that's the second set. And he's like, so when is the encore? This isn't the encore. And I was like, this is nothing. Nothing's happening. I don't get what you're talking about. Have you ever been to a show before? It was so fucking weird.
Don't you hate that? When he's trying to make a fight out of nothing. I'm
It was so bizarre.
This is one answer. Is it encore? It's coming up.
He's like, so they're coming back. And I'm like, they're going to come back out and play 10 songs. 8, 9, 10 songs. They do a long second set. And he's like, so it's an encore. And I was like, yes. Okay, it's an encore. And he's like, okay, so now we're set. That's all you had to say. And I was like,
Whoa.
well, you kept saying, is this the encore? Now we're literally talking like this to each
Wow.
other. I'm like, this is not an encore. Nobody's on stage right now. This is nothing. This is a break. We're all
Wow.
sitting here in the dark. Nothing's happening. This isn't the
Wow.
encore.
Yeah.
They're going to come back out and play another set.
Yes.
This is not an encore.
Right.
And I'm like yelling at shit like that. I'm like, it was like a husband and wife. I'm like, what are we doing?
Wow.
Also, I'm like, have you never been to a show? Why do you need like a label of what is happening right now?
Exactly. And I'm not the program, buddy. I'm not the little booklet.
Yes.
I'm sitting next to you and I don't know you.
And he was like angry. He's like, so this is the encore then?
Jeez.
And I literally was like, no, there's no band. An encore is a performance.
Right.
This is nothing. We're sitting here.
Well, he hit with, you're a literal guy. And I think he wanted an answer that he wanted.
Yeah, I guess so. But you're like, and everyone's going to be, this is going to be one of these ones where like, Joe's an asshole. But I'm like, the band just left. And he's like, is this the encore? And I'm
Right.
like, but it's not an encore.
No, when they come back is the encore.
Yes. Well, really, with Pearl Jam, it's like a second set. And then they play again. And then they do an encore. But you're like, what are you talking about?
He
and
needs
then
the
I'm like,
label.
also, you're like, well, you seem quite certain that this is the encore. So
Yeah.
why are you bringing me into it?
Yes.
Why don't you just go, oh, this is the encore?
Exactly.
Because what else would it be? I don't get, like, what...
Yeah, this is the Cirque du Soleil portion.
Yeah,
No,
it's
you
just
know
like-
it's coming back out to play.
They played a show, and then they got to play more. And also, what I was trying to say is, like, well, because I think some people think of, like, encore as, like, one more song. I'm like, well, there's a whole second portion of the show. That's, like, as long as the first part.
Got
so
it.
I was like, they'll play another set. It was just, like, one of these weird things where I'm like, what is going on? Why am I in a fight with this guy?
That's the worst.
And my thing, again, I've already said it, but I'm like, nothing is going on right now.
Right.
Literally, nothing's happening. This is, again, I would say an encore break or just a break or just in between
Yeah.
sets. We're just sitting here.
Wow, that
you're
is. Was he alone?
He was alone and drunk.
I
and,
see why.
Big penis head. He was also like in a business suit. Like he came
Business
from
suit?
a thing. Yeah. He was like all dressed and just a drunk. I think his date didn't show up or something. He also, when he first got there, was like, he sits down and he's like, oh, do you guys have more leg room than me? What's going on here? Why do I seem to have less leg room? And I'm like, I don't know. We're in the same row. He's next to me.
This guy's a menace.
I'm like, I don't know. But I'm also just like, I'm over here with my buddy.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
I go, I don't know, man. Yeah, it looks like it's tight, you know. Yeah, he's like, he's doing this. Yeah, it looks like you have more leg room. I don't get it. And he goes, is that seat open? And I'm like, again, maybe I'm a literal asshole. I'm like, well, do you see anyone in it?
Yeah, I know. What do you want me to tell you here?
And then he makes us get up. He sits down, and immediately someone cuts. It's a fucking sold out. It's Pearl Jam at the Garden. It's like, yeah, the seat's going to be full, you jackass.
That's a huge pet peeve when someone doesn't have an answer. They ask you don't have an answer, and you're the asshole.
Right.
You don't have the answer either. So why am I the asshole? I'm not here to answer all your shit.
Exactly. And then when I give an answer, he's like, no. And I'm like, so then why are you asking at all? You already have your answer.
Exactly. Is this the encore?
Anyways, great show, great night, beautiful.
2 nights.
2 nights.
Wow.
Both nights. And now I'm going to Fenway, and it's very exciting. It's all a lot of fun.
Now, let me ask you a dumb Pearl Jam question.
Please.
'Cause I've never seen them, and I know we got to go, but have you gone to, you've gone to what, 50?
56, I think.
56. Have you gone, boy, that one sucked. I've seen them 50 times. That was horrible. And then you gone to some, you're like, the best one I've seen.
Definitely, there's the best one. There's not one that's like, that sucked. There's ones that are like night one this year was like, that was great. They're all great. I mean, you're happy to be in the building. You're all singing along. It's fun, and it kicks ass. They're a great band, obviously. So there's ones that are better than others, and now it becomes harder to impress. And now the best shows were 20 years ago at this point. But they're still great, but they used to play like a 3.5-hour show. Now it's much shorter. There's a new album that I'm like, it's okay. I don't love it. So those songs are kind of whatever. So it definitely changes, and you're not a teenager anymore either. So you're not like, oh my God.
Right.
But still great. But yeah, there's definitely there's never been a show that I'm like, that sucked. But there's shows that I'm like, you have a worse seat. The set list isn't exactly as you like it. Sometimes the crowd isn't as great. Usually the Garden there jacked up. But sometimes you're like, our section kind of sucks. No one's singing over here.
Yeah.
So, but all great, but definitely degrees.
And then you get to go, I've played there.
I know, it's crazy.
How fun is
in the
that?
middle of the show, I'm sitting there being like, I've been on that stage 3 times. It's so crazy.
And you almost met him.
Yeah. And I could have done Kill Tony, but I had to go to Magoobies. So funny. I'm like, I didn't do the Garden. I did Magoobies.
That's hilarious.
All right, we got to wrap it up. I got to get to the regs. I got some big plugs. It might be sold out. October 10th, we're screening the movie. You in town?
What's the night?
Thursday.
I'll be here.
Thursday, October 10th.
Ooh, that's
Tom
exciting.
Dustin, Portrait of a Comedian. It's going to be fun. There's only about 80 seats, and we've sold 60, so it's probably sold out at this point.
Oh,
But
it's
if
that
not,
small?
well, they got like 30 comps because you got all the comics and the friends and the crew, and Tom's coming
right.
and all these people. It's like it's a 117-seat theater.
What's it called?
Village East. It's Cinema East.
Oh, Cinema
The big marquee.
East,
We're putting his name on the marquee,
Oh,
everything.
hell
2nd
yeah.
Avenue. Yeah, you can
Hell
walk
yeah.
there.
I'll be
maybe
there.
you'll be living in Brooklyn.
I'll be there, then Canner's wedding.
So it's going to be fun, and come out to that. And November 9th, Town Hall. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. It's about 5 weeks away, 6 weeks away. Fill that up for the love of Christ. A month from now, I'm doing the new special in Chicago, Zanies,
Hell yeah.
Rosemont. That's going to be fun.
Great
and,
room.
come out to that. And that weekend leading up, I'm in Madison, Philadelphia. Next weekend, whatever, October 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Helium. That's going to sell out. Make sure you
love
get
it.
those tickets early so you don't get shut out. And
Great room.
Yeah, my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. Got the new special coming. All the stuff.
I feel like
Very
your
exciting.
YouTube is percolating.
I hope so.
It pops up all over my feed, and the numbers seem to be going up.
All
so.
right, I appreciate it.
All gravy.
And the Patreon.
Patreon, gotta do it. I'm coming to your mom's house. I'm going to Chicago theater, maybe meeting Larry David. I'm in Orlando. I got a couple of gigs that just aren't hitting. I don't know why. Some sell, some don't. So come out to Portland, Oregon. Come out to Vancouver. I'm doing that with Soder. I'm doing London, Ontario, Toronto. We added a show. Oakland, Monterey, California. And Cleveland, and Fayetteville, Arkansas, Wichita, Chicago Theater, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Poughkeepsie, New York, and Asheville, North Carolina, and Charleston, North Carolina.
I love Charleston.
So,
South
yeah.
Carolina.
Sorry. Thank you, South Carolina.
Love Charleston.
Crack-a-lackin'. So, yeah, thank you. What do you got there?
Chucky.
C-Note.
Check out my podcast, Fun Bearable. We're doing a live Halloween show in Providence on October 20th, and it's going to sell out. So if you want to get tickets, go to funbearablepod.com. And we do a month of Halloween podcast. So check
Nice.
out, if you like that stuff, you like horror movies, all that bullshit, check out Fun Bearable during the month of October. Funbearablepod.com is where to get it.
Have you
Great.
watched? I can't remember
Please
the
don't
name of-
talk to me.
Don't talk to me. Talk to the hand. What is it called?
Oh, the
Please
James
don't
McAvoy.
destroy.
Yeah, but the original.
The original. No, I want to watch it, though. It's on my list.
Speak no evil.
Speak no evil.
I wanna watch
My
it before I watch the new
God
one.
Almighty, that's a film and a half.
Oh, I'm also in Providence, and I'm at the Rogue Island Comedy Fest in Newport.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna do an ad, and we are donezo.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks for being
folks.
here. Georgia
Sweep
said
it up.
cut it.
Wait a minute. Is this the encore?
All right.
See you later.